Hello and welcome back to SF a Giants recap. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how Brandon Crawford might deserve the MVP over some other players, and so we'll go over that in today's video. And so hit the subscribe button if you do end up enjoying the video today. And this was brought to me by my grandpa, and so that was why I kind of thought of this video. And so let's go over some stats of Brandon Crawford. And the main one I'm going to be going over is him over Tatis, and because Soto absolutely deserves it. If you haven't looked at his stats, they're absolutely amazing, but mainly Crawford over Tatis is what I'm going to be looking at. First off, let's just go into defense, because Tatis' defense compared to Crawford can't even be in the same talk. Tatis has made 38 plays out of zone. Crawford's made 88, so that's just a huge comparison. Tatis struggles, makes tons of errors in the field, simple ones that shouldn't even be made errors, and yeah, he's really struggled in that category, whereas Crawford never really had a problem with that in this year. And so far with hitting stats, they're pretty comparable. Tatis had a 6.6 WAR and Brandon Crawford had 6.1 WAR. Crawford's team made it to the postseason. Tatis' team was expected to make it to the postseason, and yet he didn't even make it to the postseason, got knocked out pretty early. So that's just the main reason of why he doesn't deserve to get MVP, because if you're MVP, you should be making it to the postseason, because if you're that good, you should be pushing your team. I realize that baseball is more of a team sport than an individual sport, but at the same time, if you're that good and you're MVP worthy, you should be probably making it to the postseason, unless you're putting up numbers like Soto. And so his on-base percentage was lower than Crawford's. His OPS was a little higher than Crawford, and his stolen bases obviously is going to be up, but Crawford has more hits than them. He is comparable with, he has a better batting average. He has comparable RBI stats. His runs are just very fairly lower than Tatis's, so they are pretty comparable in the offensive category. And obviously Tatis is a great player, I'm not putting him down, but I'm saying Crawford is way better than a lot of people give him credit for. His average was 298, 2 points less than 300, and was up there the whole time, the leader with the Giants this year, and played in a ton of games, where Tatis also missed a lot of games because of his injury. So that's the only reason that Crawford should be more considered, because of his playing time and his contributions to the Giants and in the field. And there's a lot of non-statistical stuff, such as captain, helping the team on defense, being a good leader, and Crawford is a lot of those. And so these are just a couple reasons, but Soto absolutely deserves MVP. His stats are off the charts in 2021, and he even had like more at bats than everyone. And so I'm not saying that Crawford deserves MVP over everyone else, but I think he's pretty comparable to Tatis, and Tatis gets way more media and street cred than Crawford ever has and ever will. And even though they are comparable in stats, except for like home runs. And so that's just my event for the day. If you disagree, that's totally fine. Just if you're not hearing this, then stop commenting, because obviously I'm gonna get some comments about how Tatis is the best baseball player and all that. But if you look at his stats, they're pretty comparable, and I know Tatis might be better in a lot of them, but they are pretty comparable when it comes down to the grand scheme of things. So if you did like this video, make sure to subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time for a new SF Giants recap video.